Hey guys, it's Tammy, and of course, I am back. It is Wednesday morning, one day out of the hospital, and I feel fabulous. Once again, to my Friedert heart failure team, you guys did an awesome job. I feel 110% better. I mean, honestly, I do. I mean, I was feeling good when I went in, but the like 10 to 12 pounds of fluid that they got off of me, hello. I don't know if it was like a recharge or whatever, but oh my gosh, and most people when they get out of the hospital, they'll take a break. They'll be like, okay, I just got out of the hospital. I'm going to take a couple of days off. That's not me. I can't sit still. I am going from 7 o'clock in the morning till about 6 o'clock at night. And that 6 o'clock at night is when I start to wind down and, and get ready for bed and relax and things like that. Prop my feet up so that way my legs not swelling, things like that. Yeah, and I can't thank them enough. So, what did I do this morning? First thing I did is I took inventory of the food that I had. Um, all I had was 30 pounds of boneless chicken breast frozen in my freezer. And I had 7 bags of Kroger brand frozen broccoli. I had 3 bags of green and yellow wax beans, and I had 2 bags of frozen cauliflower. Well, I could live off that. I have no problem. But of course, when you have a 16-year-old daughter who likes a variety of stuff, she'll go about 2 days of eating leftovers. Anything beyond that, yeah, it's pretty much no go. For me, not a problem. So this morning, I hit my local Woodman's in the state of Wisconsin and part of Illinois, I believe. We have a store called Woodman's, and it's a cheaper way to buy food, and I love it. It's like it's not an Aldi's, but it's not a Kroger. It's like right in between. And when you walk into Woodman's, it's kind of like people are like, "Well, what is a Woodman's?" It's like a regular grocery store, but let me put it to you this way. You know David's sunflower seeds? You know how there's like maybe 3 or 4 varieties in every store? At Woodman's, there's like 20. There's 20 different flavors. So they practically have it all. And they have low sodium, they got low carb, and they got keto foods. So what do I basically buy when I am on a low sodium diet and you're doing low carb, or like me, I do keto? So let's first off start with, remember, this is for 2 people, and this will last me about a week, week and a half. So I'm pretty set. So first off, let's start off with the protein. This is Patrick Cudahy low sodium bacon. I believe this was $3.99. Ooh, $3.99. Yes, $3.99. Then there was a 55-cent off peely attached to that. It's the only reason why I got the bacon. Now, this bacon will last me about a month, maybe a month and a half. So I'll open half of it and freeze the other half. I don't eat bacon every day. So anyways, the sodium for 2 pan-fried slices is about 70 calories, and it has 170 milligrams of sodium. And what's the best thing about this? There's no sugar in this. So this is perfect. It has 0 carbs. This is perfect for somebody on a low carb, low sodium diet. Okay. Now, this, I'm not going to lie to you, is expensive. This is, I don't know if you guys could see that or not because of the sun. This is Star-Kissed Selects tuna, no salt added, chunk white albacore tuna in water. Now this is $1.79 a can, but let me tell you, it is so worth it because this whole can is 130 calories and there is 65 milligrams of sodium. There is 0 carbs, but the protein in this is 30 grams. I usually eat this about 2 times a week, 2 cans a week. Because of the mercury content is a little higher in albacore tuna, but because the sodium is so low, bonus. And I always get the stuff in water. I also picked up 2 packages of 3 pound, 93% lean, 7% fat ground turkey. You guys, you can use ground beef if you want to. My preference is ground turkey. I like the leaner cuts of beef, like the 90, 93. But this has 95 milligrams of sodium, 170 calories per 4 ounces raw, not cooked. So you want to weigh this out raw 4 ounces before you cook it. If you cook it and weigh it, because my almost 4 years experience, it loses about an ounce of water. So if you're weighing it cooked, you weigh out 3 ounces to equal 170 calories and 95 milligrams of sodium. And it has 21 grams of protein and 0 carbs. Hello. Yeah, so I got 2 packages of those. Those were on sale for $7.99 a piece. So not a bad deal. Now, the next thing I got, of course, hello, eggs. I eat about 18 eggs a week. Cheap source of protein. Each egg contains about 70 milligrams of sodium. It's a good source of healthy fats. Contains I have such a hard time with this word. Lecithin, which lowers your cholesterol, and 70 milligrams of sodium, and it's approximately 70 to 75 calories per eggs. So I love that stuff. Now, let's move on to the fresh stuff, the fresh vegetables, okay? Avocados, I can't express this enough, low in sodium. You can look it up on your food tracker app. I don't know it offhand right now, but right now they are on sale, 2 for $1. I know you missed me for 4 days, but I really need to make this video. So I am very sorry, Sophie, okay? The next is cucumbers. Cucumbers, hello, low in sodium and 2 for $1. Green pepper, orange pepper, and red peppers. Yes, they are a little bit higher in carbs for the yellow and the red pepper. Not so much for the green pepper, but it's low in sodium. But guess what? I'm throwing it in a soup. And what happens when you make a soup? You're dividing the servings by like 10. So it's going to be low in carbs and low in sodium. Now, tomatoes. These bite size, if you want to call them, I don't know if you guys could see them, bite size tomatoes. These were 2 for $1. Hello, low sodium, low carb. Also got some green onions for flavor. Hello. Also, they had raspberries, 2 for $3. These are great if you freeze them, especially in the summertime, and you just want that sweet little treat to pop into your mouth. They are good, low in sodium, a little bit higher in carbs, but so watch the carb count in that. Where is my head of, oh, there it is. And of course, I had a lettuce at $1.29. Just in case if I want a salad or I want to make some tacos or whatever like that. I do have a homemade low sodium taco recipe on my homepage. If you want to look under Keto Tam's taco seasoning recipe, it's there. Now, another thing I got was walnuts. This is the perfect time to buy walnuts. Walnuts and macadamia nuts are the best nuts on keto. They have the best omega-6 to 3 ratio. Almonds and peanuts are the worst. There is 190 calories per quarter cup, which is 28 grams, and there is 0 milligrams of sodium. There is also 18 grams of fat. So if you need to get your fats in, this is great. Carbs is 4 grams, dietary fiber is 2 grams, and total sugars is 1. So there you go. Now, on to my sources of fats this week. I was completely out of butter. So I got unsalted butter and I got salted butter. Now, why did I buy both? When I am calculating out what I'm going to be eating for the day, it all depends. Do I need to use the unsalted or do I need to use the salted to keep my sodium low? But as you guys know, there's no carbs in butter, so there you go. Now, making your own spaghetti sauce is best, but this is Rinaldi's no salt added. Um, you can find this at Woodman's. Again, I believe this was $1.59. I'm not sure. The only reason why I got this is because I had a 50-cent coupon that I printed off on coupons.com a while ago. I don't know if it's still there. Probably not, but that's the only reason why I got it. But per half cup. Now, usually I use a quarter cup, like when I'm making pizza or I'm putting it on my pasta zero. So I cut the carbs in half. But when you're looking at prepackaged stuff, you look at the sodium first, okay? And then you look at the carbs to see how many carbs are in it. And then you look at per serving. So, like I said, for a half a cup, there's 60 calories. There's only 40 milligrams of sodium. There is 10 grams of carbs. There's 3 grams of fiber, and there's 5 grams of sugar. But if you're only going to be using a quarter cup, that's only 5 grams of carbs. That's only 2.5 grams of sugar, and that's only 20 milligrams of sodium. And I use this stuff all the time because sometimes when you're in a hurry and you're meal prepping, you don't have time to make fresh. And I understand fresh is best. I get that. But sometimes time just does not allow fresh. Now, this was probably this was the most expensive, okay? This is Kitchen Basics unsalted beef stock. For 1 cup, there is 130 milligrams and there's 65 milligrams potassium, which is good, but there's 2 grams of carbs and there's less than 1 gram of sugar. Now, this is great for soups. If you just want to warm it up and drink it and maybe add some unsalted butter to it or add some salted butter to it, depending on what your sodium limit is. But this was $2.39 for one. You know, you're going to have to pay higher for the unsalted. It is unfortunate because, you know, they have those Swanson cans that are reduced sodium, but they're like 500 milligrams per cup. And it's just like, we cannot have that. So, yes, you're going to have to pay a little bit more for that. Then the Progresso chicken broth, unsalted, of course. This has, for 1 cup, is 15 calories. It is 120 milligrams of sodium, and it's 2 grams of carbs. Now, this was on sale at 2 for $3. So I got 2 of these. I prefer the chicken broth over the beef broth if I'm just going to have it in a cup. I use the beef broth for soup. I'm going to be making with the vegetables that I bought and the ground turkey. I'm going to be making garbage soup. Now, if you want the recipe for that, that is on YouTube under Keto Tams, Tamz, garbage soup. And it is to die for. To die for. Now, another thing I got too was some cheese. Yes, I know about what is it, the potato starch or whatever. I lost 171 pounds eating shredded cheese. I don't have time to shred my own cheese. Besides, a brick of cheese is like $2.50. This is $1.39 or $1.59. Excuse me. So I got some mozzarella and I got Colby for my daughter. Colby has 160 milligrams of sodium per quarter cup, and mozzarella is 180 milligrams per quarter cup. Now, usually I do buy the mozzarella fresh balls. You guys know what I'm talking about because there's like 85 milligrams per serving, but it wasn't in the budget, so I had to go with the shredded. Another thing I picked up too was chestnuts. These were 79 cents a can, whole water chestnuts. Now you guys are thinking, Tammy, this is low carb. But wait, listen. for a third of a cup, okay? That's a lot of water chestnuts, and these are whole ones. So if you slice them up and cut them up, you may only need 2 or 3 whole chestnuts. A third cup is maybe like what, 5, 6 chestnuts, maybe 7. So there is 45 calories per third cup. There is 20 milligrams of sodium. There is 9 carbs. There is 3 grams of fiber, and there is 2 grams of sugar. And these were 79 cents. And yes, you can have these on keto as long as they fit your macros. And another thing I bought was Mrs. Dash, because I do plan on having a comfort food, meatloaf, cauliflower mashed potatoes, and my veggie. Don't know what that's going to be yet. I do plan on making that this weekend just for some comfort food. So I got the meatloaf, salt-free Mrs. Dash. This is the first time that I am going to be using this. So please put in the comments below if you have used this. I'm not a real fan of her chili, and I'm not a real fan of her taco seasoning. Taco seasoning is okay, but I'm not a fan of the chili seasoning. I have never used this before. So please, if you have used it and you liked it, or even if you didn't like it, put it in the comments below. But there is 2 grams of carbs in this per teaspoon. There's 11 servings in this. If you're going to use the whole package, you do the math, but you're going to be dividing that meatloaf by like what? 10. There you go. Carbs are low, sodium free. Mrs. Dash, props to you. So, what did all of this cost for 2 people? $60.75 after my coupons. It's not bad. It's going to last me for a week, week and a half. This is something I don't buy on the regular. This is something I don't buy on the regular. But pretty much everything else is, except for, like the chestnuts and things like that. You guys know the butter will last about a good month, month and a half. My proteins are going to last me for about a week, week and a half. The vegetables will last me a week. So, $60 is not bad at Woodman's at all. So, there you go. What I buy on a low sodium, low carb keto diet, you guys. And then it's up to you what you guys want to do, and be creative, Be really creative with the foods that you buy. All right. I will talk with you guys later. Have a great day.